Hello. I'm so sorry for those of you who have been waiting this long. No, I'm 26 minutes late. I'm very sorry. I had to do something before I got here, but it's on a Monday. It's close to noon. So, for those who are new, basically, I do this every Monday at noon. Why was the first one on Tuesday? That's because I was busy on that Monday, so I couldn't do the first one on Monday. So I decided to do the first one on Tuesday. But this is the second one. It wasn't exactly at noon, but I was able to do it close to noon. Like it's 12:27, basically 12:30. Now let's get into some Star Wars stuff. Okay, let's talk about some stuff briefly. I want to talk about, Season 6 quickly. Season 6. Still not, there hasn't been an official word. I mean, of course, they've said that, and it probably will come out in Germany. I really doubt that it won't. But the thing is, there hasn't been any word from the cast, no word from Dave Filoni. There hasn't been any official word. There really hasn't. So I do kind of find that a little odd. We're not sure if this is like fake or real, but I just saw this when I was looking at other Star Wars sites. I saw that some people said they had the next 3. Was it 3? Yeah, they had a few more episodes. All we got was 3, which was The Disappeared Part 2, The Lost One, and Voices. And it looks like The Lost One and Voices are the Sifo-Dyas arc. And apparently the Yoda arc is the same thing as the Sifo-Dyas arc, if this is correct. The Yoda arc and the Sifo-Dyas arc are the same ones, because I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say anything. If you want to, you can go read for yourself for the Star Wars Clone Wars Season 6 more episodes, synopsis, rumors. You can go look at that on the site. Then the next thing was Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. Animation for the first episode is complete now. So in the first season will premiere this fall. It will actually premiere on Disney Channel, but the rest of it will be on Disney XD. Yeah, and Keith Kellogg, he tweeted that from his Twitter account. Let me think here. What else? Oh yeah, Clone Wars Adventures, those online Clone Wars sites are going to be shutting down in March. At least the Clone Wars Adventures is. So, after, I can't remember when the Clone Wars Adventures, came out, but it's now shutting down, and I played it last year, or the year before last year, for a brief time, but, I kind of got bored of it, but, it was neat. Also, the new Star Wars Battlefront video game seems to be going underway. It's looking like it's doing pretty good. And J.J. Abrams has talked about the Episode 7, all this secrets. He says they can't tell every single detail, and I get that, and I like that. I don't want, to be honest, I'm not really searching for secrets. I'm just kind of looking at news, and if I see something on there that's revealed, I see something. But, I do like to have some things that are secrets. That's just my opinion. And also, there's a rumor going around that there are more Star Wars Rebels characters, names, and descriptions, going around. It'll, come out, on Disney XD, but also, it'll do, a special premiere on Disney Channel, again. In canon, Jairus, Hera, these are, a Twilight whose family have met before in Midway. Yeah, these are, the characters, apparently, as we think it is. Canon, Jairus, Hera, Syndulla. It's all new characters, like Zeb and, Ezra Bridger. They're all new characters. But Hera Syndulla, does sound familiar. If you remember from the Clone Wars, where we saw Chain Syndulla, which was a Twilight freedom fighter, or rebel, if you will, on the planet Ryloth. So it could be, a descendant from Chan Syndulla. That's who, Hera Syndulla is. So, I'm interested in that. That's pretty interesting to me. Not much news, not too much news going on, but it seems like it's going underway. It's getting close to more and more stuff. We're in May, we definitely will get more stuff, but I think the most recent news that we're probably gonna get will probably the Star Wars Clone Wars Season 6, because on February 15th it will premiere. I think on February 15th. I think that's when it's going to premiere in Germany. So, when it does, a lot of people, we need to find out what Dave Filoni has to say about this. He said he was going to talk about it in the not so distant future. He said earlier this month. So I kept on thinking, when are we going to get it? I just didn't know that it was going to come out in Germany first, and it really disappoints me. I really wish that we could just get it first. I'm so tired. But, I don't think this is going to be 22 minutes long like the other one was. But, there isn't much news to talk about. But, I don't know, I can't stop talking about Season 6 of the Clone Wars, because I really like the show, and this Disney just killed it. It's just, ever since that, Disney killed LucasArts, and I was like, what is Disney doing? They keep on saying they really want to focus on the films. I'm like, you better make the films good, and that's what I'm very skeptical about this Star Wars Episode 7. I'm very skeptical about it, because I don't know. I mean, the prequel trilogy, the thing is, it's just, even though it's advised by George Lucas, it isn't exactly made by George Lucas, and it just, in a way, it kind of scares me. In my opinion, I really don't see why that prequel trilogy got so much hate. I get about those people who like details and the green screen. People didn't like that. In my opinion, I like the prequel trilogy. I grew up with the prequel trilogy. I saw the prequel trilogy before I saw the original trilogy. So when I saw the original trilogy, I was just looking at that and just said, wow, that looks really old. But I liked it. I liked the original trilogy. But I mean, it's just... My big thing is, I like how the Jedi have technique when they're fighting in the prequel trilogy. And then when you go into the original trilogy, like... They didn't really have technique. They're just kind of swinging around lightsabers, just doing whatever. I never thought a lightsaber fight in the original trilogy was epic. I mean, Obi-Wan versus Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, I mean, that was a really good lightsaber fight. Even Yoda versus Darth Sidious, but you know, it just, to me, I like the original trilogy, because I like the plot, I like the story it told. It just, whenever it came to lightsaber fights, it just felt like they were just kind of swinging around lightsabers. That just might be that's just my opinion, but I know for sure I'm not the only one who likes the prequel trilogy. But what's this makes this one so different is... we know what happens before, but we just don't know what happens, after. I mean, this is like... I hope they do it right. I'm just skeptical with it. To be honest, I really don't know why, but I think it's because George always said there was never supposed to be a Star Wars Episode 7. It was just supposed to be about Anakin Skywalker and his life, the tragic story of Darth Vader. But I just can't see what can the story go where it makes sense, where the story makes sense. It probably will. Because J.J. Abrams, I'm a Star Wars fan. I really didn't like the Star Treks. It was, a little too light for me. But when I saw J.J. Abrams' Star Treks, I really liked them. I really liked those Star Treks. I'm not even a Star Trek fan, and I actually liked this movie. It had a lot of action. It was really good, especially Into Darkness. That was really good. So, I'm glad they have a good director. I'm really glad they have a good director, and he's writing it. So, and they say J.J. Abrams likes Star Wars more than Star Trek, which I find interesting. So, and I'm glad that George Lucas is somewhat advising this. We can kind of just keep him in that Star Wars realm. Not, just to go off the track. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's any, I don't know if there's any other, any other thing going on. But, I think that might be all, unless you think of something else to talk about. The Star Wars news was kind of less this week than last week. I don't think I've talked about this, but the Star Wars comic with Darth Maul, supposed to be what was going to be an episode, which what happens to Darth Maul. And now we don't get to watch it, sadly, but we get to read it. We get to read, what actually happened to Darth Maul. When that happened, everyone expected Darth Maul to die. And when that arc ended like that, it really left everybody hanging. It really did. Because I was just kind of expecting Darth Maul to die. Then again, I will say, Darth Maul wasn't there for long. But it just would make, more sense to me, in my opinion. Next week, I hope we just get more info. I hope we, what's going on? Hello? Go to the episodes. Whoa, what just happened? Wait a minute. I need to see something what just happened. Because now everything turned off and now it's a different thing. Alright, let me see what just happened here.